Alright. Give me a second. Gotta get get out the earbuds. Alright, seems like it got resolved. Onwards. Yeah, so now it's warmer in my neck of the woods. So I'm like, well, just have the fan on in the room and have water, or more water, because I was borderline sweating last night. It's like, oh no, this is so hot. To be fair, I think it was like in the mid-80s that day, Fahrenheit. Alright, let's see. I know I kind of ended up slightly abruptly because I was trying to wrap up. Making sure I didn't miss anything. So yeah, this time, after finishing Chapter 11 and taking down the Definians, time for side quests ahoy! First order of business is rescuing a certain party member. And also completing the lobster side quest. Finally.
Am I right?
Alright, so now that we've done that, Lobster 98 shows up right here. My dear, dear Temenos, you finally are down to the last of my precious babies! Such a busy worker bee! I just want to pull all your little bits apart and see what makes you tick. But that'll have to wait until you find the last toy. I put that one in a very special place. Ask where the last toy is, demand to know where the blood lobster is hiding. Ah, such an obedient little puppet. You make father so very angry. Oh, I'm going to enjoy killing you in person. Just a bit longer now. Are you excited yet? I left the last of my little babies at one of NLA's especially useless citizens. It's the perfect cure for their annoying little justice fetish. Well, better find them before they go boom. The finale begins. The curtain arises. Author, author. It's like spoilers.
You've got to hear this. Hey!
Well, I'll be. It's the Agents of Justice. You look like you've seen a ghost. Something wrong? Ask Justin whether he received a stuffed lobster recently. Ask if he's noticed anything strange lately. A stuffed lobster? Like a hunting trophy? Oh, you mean a stuffed toy for children? Yeah, actually, I did receive one recently. The note said it was from someone I helped on an assignment. It was quite kind of them to remember, but how did you know? A bomb? And they were hidden all over the city. There were 100 of them? Oh my word! Good thing you went out and found the rest. Yes, let me hand this over to you. When you find the evil genius behind this crime, bring down the mighty hammer of justice for me. It seems you found the final piece, friend. And my preparations here are complete as well. Let's end this, shall we? I'm inside the base of those useless puppets, the Definians. Don't keep me waiting. I'm so eager to see you, I could just explode. Terminate his call, furiously demand to know his identity. Screw you! Was that the criminal behind the bombs? Just promise me you won't lose, alright? You're the city's greatest hero, after all. I want you to prove that good triumphs over evil in reality as well as in the stories. Alright, off to the Definian base. Or the second time! Alright, first we gotta build up our TP levels, because the Blood Lobster also hits like a truck.
Ready?
I suppose we've no other
Powering up would be the smarter approach.
I'll get the most out of this!
Superior, decoy round. I'm on a roll. Open fire. Furious blast. Shoot down.
Offensive stance! Tornado blade! Tornado blade! I owe you one. It's time! Tornado blade! Here we go! Tornado blade! We're in a good position. Move in!
Alright, that should be a good chunk for the fight. Alright, so in terms of where they're located, they were where we fought the Rex of Scale yesterday for the first time. And there they are, in an appropriately colored Skell. Ah, it's so nice to finally meet you. My name's the Blood Lobster. Yours is Temenos. There, now we're old friends. I'm so very impressed with all your hard work. And as a special treat, I'll answer one of yours right here, right now. Ask his true identity, insist on knowing why he did all this. Some people just want to see the world drowned in a tidal wave of chaos and hate. Is that so wrong? Oh, and before we fight, would you like me to kill a few more of NLA's finest? Just added the drama, you understand. No, don't answer that. Let me answer it for you. Why, yes, I'd love you to kill Director General Shosan. Minions, bring the captive to me. Oh, that's rich. You could have seen the look on your face. Priceless, I tell ya. Anyway, question time is over. Now you and I will settle this once and for all. That is, if you can overcome the final weapon left by the Definians, the Blood Despair. Level 60.
Thank you.
Yeah, suddenly this turns into a really hard boss fight.
Offensive stance! Let's do this! On me! Iron Tendon, no quarter! Bruce, Street X! Ghost Walker! Let's do this!
Furious blast.
Burning slash! Shoot down! Offensive stance!
Wild smash.
Ghost Walker! Bruce, Street X! Tornado blade! Burning slash! Sorry, but I need it.
Atomic hit.
Bruce, it's not over yet. We're in a good position. Move in! Let's do this!
Furious blast.
Burning! I can still do this alone! Offensive stance! Blossom dance!
And down they go! Victory is yours. I just knew it. You really are the agents of justice I longed for. Surprise! It was Justin the whole time. Surprised? You didn't see this coming, did you? Admit you never suspected Justin? Laugh in his face and say you knew it was him the whole time. Oh damn, was it the laugh? Was it too much? Should've just gone with the haha like the other villains. Or perhaps I just underestimated your keen powers of observation. They're part of your heroic appeal, after all. You're amazing, you know that? I even say perfect. My pulse is just racing right now. I colluded with the Definians, planted bombs, killed scores of innocent people, all for this moment. All to become a villain worthy of you. To finally complete my story arc and earn the right to be smitten by the forces of justice. Now let's say we bring the story to a close. The only one fit to drop the curtain is an avatar of absolute good. You. Now end this. End the Blood Lobster's villainous plot to plunge NLA into chaos. Bring down your mighty hammer of justice. It's like, yeah, I'm seriously getting Primrose vibes right now. Execute your archenemy, deploy the hammer, allow Justin to go free, stay your hand. I'm just like, yeah, I don't care what your intentions were, dude. You murdered a bunch of people. Yes, those eyes. The steely resolve to spite evil in all its forms. The realization you will never be free unless I'm dispatched. I've dreamed of this. The circle's complete. My tale has reached its end. You killed the Blood Lobster who was actually Justin. He died with a smile on his face. Alright, crew, let us agree to never speak of this again. Agreed. Now let's go rescue the redacted party member. It's like, curse you, Justin!
I'm going in.
I'm curious how your power up would be the smart approach.
Get the most out of this.
See how I stack up the head? Move it for
I
the
see a chance to do some damage.
atomic hit!
Now get in there. Offensive stance.
I shall give it my all.
Tornado blade. We're in a good position. Move in.
You're in flat!
Let's do this. Tornado blade. Some power. Tornado blade. Step in and drive them back. It's not over yet. Watch me go.
Absorb it. I hope I did my part.
Victory.
Hello! Damn it. Anyone there? I could use some help here. Anybody? Anybody at all? Well, if I had my preference, a nice person would be the best, but nobody really? Oh, come on, somebody help! Answer Mia's call for help, ignore her plight. Yeah, what's up? Huh? Somebody answered! Probably real, not a hallucination this time, somebody! Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I knew you must be super busy and this must look super suspicious, but please hear me out. Have pity. Yeah, I was gonna say, it's one of those, like, yeah, he deserves to get put down because, like, yeah, like I said, regardless of his justice fetish, it's just like, nope, you still murdered innocents. You're going down for that. But on the flip side, just denying him that is the funniest crap. He's like, what? Not gonna lie, I'm in a deep pile of sewer dung here. So pretty please, I'll be your best friend. Oh man, thank goodness. I seriously didn't know what I was gonna do if no one came. I mean, I could have died out here, or I guess in here. Hey, wait a minute. I know that voice. Chief, is that you? Unreal. I mean, really, what are the chances? Pretty low, right? Like 9%. I'm calling this. This is fate. How else would you turn up right at my darkest hour? I mean, I just went to go kill a weird lobster serial killer was the weirdest things. Sad you weren't around for it, but here we are. Oh right, speaking of, you can probably tell I'm in serious trouble. I made it here to Calderoso Cave and explored, but at some point I guess I wandered into a bad neighborhood Xeno-wise. Next thing you know, my skull's a smoking pile of slag and I've been sort of taken prisoner. I'm fast forward through the proby bits that followed. Let's just say I'll file the whole thing somewhere between horrific and awkward. Trust me, you don't want to know more, unless you do, which in that case, not judging. Buy me a drink and I'll catch you up. Anyway, tragedy plus time equals I'm still stuck in here. So help me, please. The jerk guarding the cell always wears a blue uniform, not sure why. But she's gotta be the one carrying the key thingy that opens the door. I'm counting on you, Chief. Get the key thingy out of the blue uniformed alien lady and get me out of here! Please! Mia's been kidnapped. Go free her.
On into the fray.
Captain, is that you? Chief, sorry, I meant Chief. What brings you all the way out here? Me? Oh, I just on patrol. All's well on the front line, sir. Nothing to report. Captured me? What are you talking about, Chief? I'm right here, free as a bird. Sure you didn't stumble into some incredibly elaborate trap? Ask why she's here exactly, thank Mia for the warning, and ask about the trap. What's this? Why am I here? Like in the philosophical sense? That's a pretty deep question. I mean, really, why are any of us... Not what you meant, right. I came out for the money, same as every other blade. I mean, obviously. No one would risk their neck for idle curiosity, least of all me. And why slave for others? Money's the only thing that'll never betray you. Anyway, I heard there was a lot of treasure here in Caldero, so I came to grab my share. At least that was the plan. Getting captured, not so much. But I've totally learned that lesson. He's just like, nope, this does not align with what she's about at all. What's with the skeptical look there, Chief? Did I say something out of character for me? Draw your weapon as you accuse me of deception. Give me the benefit of the doubt. Whoa, whoa, whoa! What's with the weapons and the bloodlust, Chief? It's me, cute little Mia! Why are you going all crazy all of a sudden? This is nuts. Also super annoying. Insolent fool! Whoops, that last line broke character, huh? Damn you, human! That would have happened if I had time to complete a full identity scan. Well, joke's on you, cause you're about to die. By gun and sword.
Get the most out of this.
Thank you.
Now give us the key.
Let's do this. Stream Edge! I see a chance to do some damage here. Stream Edge! Rising Blade!
Container key. And a container.
We've been discovered.
He's like, thought you could get away with it this time, did you, human? Yes, actually. Now die in 10 seconds. Or an equivalent.
I see a chance to do some damage. Xenoblade! Furious blast! Rising blade! Tornado blade!
I hope I did my part.
Autobus Subduer. I'm free! I'm finally free after who knows how many days. Chief, thank you so much. Granted, I prefer to rescue before all the probing, but hey, what can you do? Could be worse, right? A little probing's better than a lot, I always say, or at least that's what I'm gonna start saying now. Okay, good deal. I need to get back to the city and tell all this to Walter. Well, except for the proby bits. Those are totally not his biz. Although, since I did go wreck an entire scale, I'll probably have to make a full report. A full and complete report. Especially seeing as I just kind of borrowed the scale without asking anyone. Plus, I'm practically a blade now. Gotta get my report, right? The report about how I bravely infiltrated an enemy installation for the sake of NLA's future. As a prisoner this time. Next time, though, watch out. In any case, gotta report to Walter. So I know you just rescued me and all, but think I could get a ride back to the city? They confiscated all my gear, and I think we've established I cannot be trusted to get around on my own. You've already gone out of your way for me, right? What's a bit more, right? Right, perfect. And know that you're my hero forever because of this, Chief. And surprisingly, she never opened that container. Alright, back to the city. What's this about? You here for me? Wait, is that Mia? Hi there, sir. It's been a while. Last I heard you just left Primordia. You look, well, that is to say... Sorry, it's very hard to concentrate in your report considering the, odor. What? Sorry, I forgot I never got to bathe while I was being held prisoner. It was awful at first, but after a while, I kinda started to like it. It was this rank, almost feral scent that made me wanna... Sorry, gross, so sorry. Totally inappropriate as a subordinate, and a lady, and a human being, I suppose. Either way, I clearly lost sight of something. Super sorry, won't happen again. Heh. You've seen some real experience. Got a different look in your eye, too. Not afraid of a little mud. My eyes, really. I look forward to hearing about what you saw out there. Yes, sir, I'll have a full report of my activities for you soon. Wait to hear about all the unofficial stuff. Ooh, boy, I got enough to talk your ears off. But first, I got something super urgent to report. Alright, let's hear it. Yes, sir. My captors are a race of xenoforms that specialize in covert operations for the Ganglion. Through tech means, they can copy the appearance of other races as well as their personalities, speech patterns, etc. The visual element is simply an advanced optical camouflage. The form beneath the projection remains unchanged, however, so any physical contact will break the illusion. As for the behavioral aspect, all personality modeling is systematic and appears to be based on pattern replication. In other words, the fidelity of the copy is directly proportional to the amount of info extracted from the original in regards to habits, tics, and so on. Therefore, perfect replication of more nuanced and therefore data-intense facets such as a subject's relationship with others is impossible. It appears those inevitable gaps are filled in by extrapolation, most likely using simulated personality built from an existing data set. I see. So you're saying these simply incredible sophisticated disguises as opposed to literal copies in the biological sense. Yes, though, even the imperfect impersonation ability poses serious threats, but it's not without weaknesses, physical contact and keen observation being chief among them. In my case, it was the intervention of those who knew me well that saved me from being replaced. You're blessed with fine friends, Mia. I am, sir, especially the chief here. In any case, fine work. You brought back intelligence that even Blade operatives weren't able to uncover. I know Dad will play a key role in keeping NLA safe. You should feel proud. It's all thanks to these good role models, sir. I'll pass your report up the chain. In the meantime, follow me. And say you earned my recommendation to become a Blade member yourself. Sir, yes, sir. You hear that, Chief? I feel like I can finally see the path forward, and it's all thanks to you. Hope we can work together again soon. Next time as fellow Blades. Man, that feels so good to say. If you ever need me, just say the word, you hear? I'll come running, and that's a promise. Mia returns safely to NLA. Looks like she might finally get the Blade recognition she's been yearning for. And with that, Mia is finally a party member. A junior Blade who's still learning the ropes but has managed to survive a number of trials with a touch of luck and a lot of tenacity. Her next goal is to be placed on the same team with a particular operative she looks up to. Mia uses a standard Psychoruptor style to unleash barrages of cannon fire that damages enemies from a safe distance. And she, starts off at the level we're at, so she's at 65 right out the gate. Alright, one party member remains, and they're also an unknown. So we'll see who that final person ends up being. Alright, let's get her situated. Welcome on in to a new party member. Alright, so next on the agenda will be a crap ton of affinity quests, since pretty much most, if not all, the remaining ones are now available. Yeah, definitely like most of them at this point. I'll probably start with Neil Nail, since that's new content for this version. The Custodian's Duty. Recommended level 48 and required. Complete Chapter 11 and complete new NLA Affinity mission.
Hey, how you been? Been a while, hasn't it? Hello there.
Ask Neil what the deal is, ask Celica what's up.
Well, I think Lady Neil was hoping to discuss something with you. Right. Here's the thing.
We're wearing the same
Before
clothes.
all that, I believe I owe you my thanks. I hear you saved my dear little sister.
What?
Celica had truly landed in hot water.
They're
Really?
sisters?
Thank
What the frick?
Little sister is going too far, Lady Neil. I am not worthy. Really? I disagree.
Or did she mean in a
We were both
metaphorical
spawned
sense?
from the same artificial womb plant. We Clue are all one big family, aren't we?
Okay, she means more of in a
Perhaps, but you're the
metaphorical
High
sense to a
Custodian,
certain
the
extent.
most exalted in all of Clurian society. Whereas I am from a line of acolytes who serve you. The mere act of accompanying you like this, it's an honor beyond compare. Is that so? I haven't been back to our home planet in so long, but I see our education system is as rigid as ever. I'm tired of all this pomp and ceremony. Leave the hierarchical stuff to the other girls. I'd appreciate it if you could simply be yourself around me. Lady Neil. Whoops, we're getting sidetracked. I'll tell you the rest in the Blade Barracks. It'll be easier if you see the data firsthand.
Head to the Blade Barracks to hear the particulars of Neil and Celica's request. So yeah, they straight up fully address that, yeah, we're the same species, we're from the same planet, and we share a bond of sorts.
Right then, first, take a look at this. The time we went to Oblivia, remember those mystery mechs that attacked us? I finally figured out what they're all about. Rather, I remembered seeing the very same ones in a database back on our home planet. They're Clurian, so that means... Yeah, those machines are mobile weapons developed using actual Clurian technology. Would it be easier if we simply called them skells? The model is old, practically antique. But these were special skells who once served as personal bodyguards to a certain custodian. They require no pilot and were designed from top to bottom to be fully autonomous. In actual fact, there's something of a trick to their autonomic functions. Now, pop quiz. If I asked you who you could trust implicitly, who comes to mind?
Tell her your friends will always be there for you. Tell her only one you can truly trust is numero uno.
Indeed, a model answer. But in this case, I'm sorry to say you'd be wrong. The answer is yourself. Why? Because logically, it's impossible for you to betray yourself. Ergo, it stands that you can trust yourself. And so, the master of those skells copied her personality onto them and incorporated it into their autonomic system. The personality of the High Custodian Neil Nail.
Verify she really said Neil Nail's personality. Conclude by that logic, Neil must be the attacker.
I did. By which I mean, of course, my predecessor. The High Custodian. Her existence is perpetuated through the use of clones. She who presides over the knowledge of ancient times. Such is the destiny of Lady Neil Nail. Well, I may be a clone, but I still have my own personality, thoughts, and desires. The point is, those skells are technically the embodiment of a former iteration of Neil Nail. Let's call the white one Neil Nail Albus, and the black one can be Neil Nail Fervus. Here's what I think. Their job is to defend any sites of Clurian influence. That is the duty of a Neil Nail. And that's why we were attacked. Who else to right the wrongs of the High Custodian but the High Custodian herself? Which means there's only one thing left to do. Destroy them. Put the old Neil Nail in her coffin. As I'm sure you're aware from the last battle, they're not likely to roll over and die for us. Once again, would you lend me your strength? Please?
Lend her your strength, show reluctance about the whole idea.
Thank you. I was fully expecting you to turn me down, so honestly, I'm delighted. After all, I couldn't ask
I've done
such a
weirder
sturdy
stuff,
man.
Neil Nail.
It's a risky assignment, but I'm more than convinced we'll be able to pull this off. Lady Neil, let me accompany you too. I promise I won't slow you down. Thank you, Celica. With you at my side, I'm all the more reassured.
First off, we'll need to find your predecessor's scales, won't we?
According to the data I collected, they recently ambushed someone, a blade who was exploring a cluster of ruins and cauldrons. If the scales are meant to deter anyone who explores too far into the ruins, then...
You're saying if we investigate those ruins ourselves, they will come for us.
Bingo. I think it's worth a try. For starters, why don't we try looking in those ruins for info samples? That said, we'll have to be snappy. We can't risk them claiming any more victims.
At once, Lady Neil.
Off we go!
Into the fray.
You salvage Royal Records 3. Royal Records 1.
Nothing yet. Your forebears' scales refuse to surface. Perhaps the ruins of Cauldros really have nothing to do with Clerians.
No, I'm sure that they do. I took a good look around the cloister. It was incredibly subtle, but there were traces of the clue. It's starting to look like Samarian worship took a radical turn, very different to the peaceful faith it once was. There's a high probability that we'll find them here. The problem is, where to look. Perhaps we should try thinking more central.
Central, you say?
From the records we have to go on, we know that a king once ruled here, a civilization under an almighty monarch. This place was once the royal capital. Now, where would a king take his seat?
Venture that he would govern from a castle, ask for her opinion.
Yes, he would. For a variety of reasons, throughout history, castles have been a mainstay of sovereign power. the castle, both a threshold between ruler and governed, and a bulwark against foreign invaders.
A means of defense? Just as the scales are, you mean?
It's a possibility. Now, time to check our theory. Onward to Orsim Castle. We're sure to find answers there.
Yep, there they are.
Lady Neil!
Yeah, we found our skulls. This floor plan suggests that this was once the castle's keep. The keep is the king's seat of power. In other words, it's the heart of these ruins. As we've determined, these skulls are dangerous foes not to be trifled with. That said, it's not like we have any other option. Destroying them is the only way.
Onwards!
Offensive step! I'm going on the offensive! Put some power into this.
Iron prison.
Tornado blade!
Shoot down on repair.
Ghost walker! I'm going on the offensive. It's not over yet. We're in a good position. Move in!
Close quarter.
Through stream edge! Through stream edge! Step in and drive them back.
Period. Decoy round.
Burning slash!
Open fire.
That's it. Our task is done. They'll never harm an innocent again. The custodian herself has cleaned up the old one's mess. The matter can finally be put to bed.
Lady Neil, was this really the right thing to do? They were erratic and unsafe, but were they not also a part of you?
There's an easy answer to that one, Celica. If you are always chained to the past, you can never look to the future. Even if it means denying my old self's legacy, I still intend to right their wrongs. We Clue must rise above our past, if we're to soar once again through the infinite beyond.
Among the acolytes, there were some who disputed your authority. Some even called you heretic. Now I see the truth. I see that you have always had Clue's best interests at heart.
The same can be said of all Clurians, Celica. You see, the only difference is how we go about it. Besides, making contact with alien races, it's not always the solar storm we think it'll be. We don't need faith and tech as crutches, not when words can bridge the gap between worlds. We have a prime example of that right here, right?
Yes.
Now, we've wrapped up our business in Coldrose, but there's still much work to be done on Mira. So many races journeyed through the stars to end up on a single planet, cosmo-archaeologically speaking. It's odd. The way Mira keeps presenting mystery upon mystery, I doubt my work's drying up anytime soon.
Tell her you're ready to take any job she throws at you. Complain you need a vacation. I mean, to be fair, Cross needs a vacation after this. My gosh.
Oh, you're pretty much indispensable at this point if I'm to perform my fieldwork here. Hey, why don't you become my assistant? Yeah, that's a great idea.
Lady Neil, the humans might have pressing matters of their own to deal with right now.
We might die in a week. You destroyed the scales left behind by a former Neil Nail, fulfilling Neil's sacred duty as High Custodian. You learned Heroic Tale. And we got Affinity 1 with Mia. Next Affinity mission. Let's do Fry and Fogs next. Time for some wholesomeness in a sense. Third time's the charm. There we go. Don't need that anymore now that we're done with the gosh darn lobsters. Curse the lobsters! And Justin, especially Justin. Brotherly Love. Complete Chapter 11. Primary destination Silverlum. Must be at Affinity 4 with both brothers. Required level 46.
Fry, Fog, you sure you want to take this one on?
Very.
It's a perfect fit for us. Besides, we got some grade A backup, right?
Nod confidently, say you can't decide until you know the mission details. Hell yeah, let's go!
You're even more brash than my brother.
We deliver on our promises, which makes it impressive.
And so humble.
Look, I don't care how many of you go, but be sure to brief everyone you take.
Especially Mia, because, you know, she's
Get
brand new to this.
So then,
Also, she filled
We
me
have
on the
reports of
probing
what may
bits,
be a
and
new
I
resource in
never
Silver.
want to hear that again.
other teams have attempted to collect it, but they all failed. So I volunteered to perform a more thorough survey and secure a sample. However, the area in question is filled with many dangerous indigents, which is why I asked my brother for help.
Yeah, as an interceptor, I'm pretty good at punching stuff. I leave all that resource gathering crap to you prospectors.
Anyway, that's the deal. Would you be willing to help us?
You gotta ask? We're a team. Family, even. Help is a given.
I suppose it was a silly question. Let's all head to Silverlum and see.
Yeah, it's like at this
learn
point, I
about this
definitely
resource.
think that
Also punch some
Cross is like an honorary Kristoff. Fry Kristoff, Fog Kristoff, and Cross Kristoff. There's been reports of a new kind of resource in Silverlum. Go on a joint mission with the prospectors and interceptors and see what's what. Mia's like, can I be a Kristoff too? Yeah, sure, why not? Yippee! No HP, you don't get to be a Kristoff. Come on! Okay, maybe help us on this mission and you can become a Kristoff. Yippee! Everyone's just gonna take the surname of Kristoff except for the murderess. She's like, no, I'm keeping the Effinger name, that's the whole point. F you for the name change suggestion. F for Effinger. She would say that too. Mysterious substance.
This is the new resource in question.
Man, I do not get this planet at all.
Life on Mira has been one first after the next, but this is especially fascinating.
If they're right about being able to use this junk, it could be a huge boost.
Agreed. My readings are off the charts. It could spark the next technological revolution.
Nice.
Being a prospector does have its moments.
All right, stow the chatter and let's get to work. We can flap gums back at the diner.
Right. I'll collect a sample now. Huh?
Show your shock at the resource vanishing, accuse Fog of screwing up. What the frick?
Hey, it disappeared.
Don't blame me, Fry. I didn't do anything.
This is like the time you set off the fire alarm for no reason.
It was a big red button, Fry, and I was 7. It's the same reason I had to climb the goalpost on the football field, because it was there.
Forgot all about that. Good times. Anyway, enough distractions. This stuff's already as weird and flighty as you. Hell, we should call it Fogrium.
I'd actually love to have a new discovery named after me.
That wasn't a compliment. Anyway, looks like there are other sources close by. Let's give them a try.
Like, there's never been a lot of moments where I'm just like, oh yeah, the differences in animation quality with facial expressions it's a vast improvement. That moment in particular, it looks a lot more exasperated.
Vanished again. Hey, Fry. Remember when I was 8? The family took that hiking trip to the Grand Canyon?
Yeah, I kind of remember.
Mom brought along one of her apple pies. Maybe the best one she ever made.
Yeah, her pies were amazing, weren't they? Wait, what's that got to do with anything?
Nothing. I'm just hungry.
Now for the love of... Come on, next sample.
He's like, I can make you a pie when you get back. Oh, really? Temenos, that'd be amazing. Yeah, Lynn and I will work on it. Yippee! Fry's like, oh, for the love of... Stop enabling him. Too late, I'm already enabler number 1 of the Fog Kristoff. Alright, see if third time will be the charm or not.
Fog, I'm not a patient man, you know that.
Remember when you told the principal to hurry it up while he was lecturing you?
Same reason the military threw me in the brig a dozen times. I just got no patience. 6 of those were for running off to save teammates against orders. Twice I yelled at my CEO because he wouldn't stop talking.
You never did mature. So what were the other times?
Drunken disorderlies. Now that's mature.
I'll try to nab the next sample.
There was the vodka incident, and then there was the beer incident. We don't talk about the beer incident. It was somehow worse than the vodka incident. Whee!
Here's another sample, but...
Yeah, I'm all out of ideas. What do you think?
Wonder allowed if physical contact is the issue. Theorize the material may be sentient.
Hey, yeah. Every time he touches it, it vanishes. Maybe it's time we tried a different approach.
Well, if we can't push it, we should try to pull instead.
You mean we just pull it out?
No, I mean pull the trigger.
Whoa! Are you crazy?
It's like, time to shoot the thing. Wow.
Crystallized. Weird.
You didn't know it would do that? That's typical genius behavior for you.
That was a revelation, huh? Like when I discovered watermelons were actually vegetables. Anyway, it worked. Mission complete, right?
The only thing left is to report back to Walter.
And thus Fog pulled a fry. Time to go report back to the one of the bossmen. Still can't get over the fact that Fog climbed a football post when he was a 7 or 8-year-old. That was insane.
Well, look who's back. Done with the mission?
You know it. Piece of cake.
Difficult.
Insanity.
Okay, not gonna ask. In any case, good work. You have that sample on you?
Right here. Crystallized Fogrium.
When did this stuff get a name?
When my brother named it.
I see. In any case, it just looks like ordinary crystal to me.
Applying energy causes it to crystallize. It's not exactly portable otherwise.
I see. Seems like something our research team will love. If we're lucky, it might play a role in the city's development. All thanks to you. Other teams had been stumped for weeks, but you got it on the first try. You guys are something special.
Hey, did you hear that, Fry?
The Kristoffs are amazing!
Maybe we should keep this team going.
I like that idea a lot.
And don't worry, there's a spot on the team for you too.
Agree to join and thank him for the offer. Refuses offer. Say they should call it the Super Kristoff Brothers.
Yeesh. You're even more random than Fog sometimes.
Takes one to know one.
I love it. Best team name ever.
Fine.
It's like, you wouldn't
Whatever you
believe
want.
the times I've spaced out and
Welcome
all.
aboard, buddy.
Like, in reality, I'm looking for clues in an alternate dimension. You witnessed the birth of a new mineral called Fogrium. It was a successful mission all around. You learned to Titan Recharge. Alright, next Affinity mission. Let's see, L's is chapter 12. So we can do Celicas and... Oh heck, let's do the trippy one now. Yelv's partner. Required level 50, recommended 52. Complete chapter 11, survey half of Oblivia, obtain the Mimiasome left leg and right leg. These are just collectibles you'll find in specified locations in Oblivia, but you do need to find both of them in order to do this.
We got his legs and his left arm. All we gotta do now is hunt down his head and body. We're almost there.
Remind Yelv he still needs the right arm, said it'd be nice to finally lay him to rest.
Rest? Shut up! He ain't dead! Oh, and did I ever mention his right arm?
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm like, dude, that's another level of denial. We have found multiple
crashed.
body parts.
I watched his skull get caught in that blast. Figured I'd never see him again, you know?
Like, I could totally see maybe one appendage,
woke up
but
after
all
blacking out,
four...
his arm
I don't know.
was on top of me, like it was shielding me from harm. Talk about overprotective, right, Pard? I can't believe a guy like that would leave me behind. He couldn't have. Please, you gotta help me find him. I need this. Not like we'll be going in blind either. If we triangulate from where the other parts turned up, we can narrow down the search.
Make Yell face the truth his friend is gone. Tell him you'll do whatever he needs.
I owe you one. Now come on. He's waiting out there. We can't leave him all alone. Let's go ask Eleanor if she can calculate where you might have come down.
Use the location where the arms and legs were found. Determine the location where Yelv's friend fell and search for him.
What's wrong, Yelv? You seem tense today. I mean, more than usual.
Stow the chit-chat, lady. I need you to drop whatever's going on and do me a solid. I'm gonna give you 4 sets of coordinates, yeah? You work out whatever pattern you can to try and lock down a 5th.
Oh? Is this about your friend's body that you two have been looking for?
For the love of clams, you told her about that?
Say you haven't told a soul. Claim your memory isn't the greatest.
Oh. Yeah, I should have known. Sorry, Pard. Didn't mean to get all accusey there. Guess you've been digging up dirt, eh, El?
Staying informed is my job, Yelv. I know everything about everyone. Now don't be mad, but I've already crunched the numbers. The Frontier Nav probes you installed gave me all the data I needed.
Man, you really are a snoopy little snoop, ain't ya? Still, I guess it's okay just this one time. Thanks, El.
All part of the job. I'll send along the precise coordinates later, but it looks like your friend is waiting for you over in Oblivia.
Hell of a place for a nap. Still, whatever. Let's get cracking. We'll slap that lazy so-and-so awake and drag his worthless butt back to New LA. He's gonna feel this one all right. Get ready to hurt, pal. Hey!
Off we go! To Eddie's Conquest.
Should be around here, based on the coordinates. Hey, look! Is that a person? I knew it! He's alive! He stuck it out here all on his own!
Say it must be him. Tell Yelp to be careful.
Careful? Careful of what? Wait. That's... Oh, crap! Look out!
I warned you!
On into the fray.
When did Gale get here?
Melee attacks next!
Open fire.
Offensive stance. Let's do this. Xenoblade. True street edge.
Iron prison.
Rising blade. Put some power into this interface.
Now, get some range shots.
Xenoblade. Burning slash. I see a chance to do some damage.
This is... It's the rest of him, but he's...
Tell Yelv how sorry you are, tell him he has to accept this and move on.
Don't. I don't deserve that. Not after running from reality all this time. He's never coming back. We were together from the start, but now it's just me. Alone.
Tell Yelv he needs to learn to stand on his own 2 feet. Remind Yelv that he's not alone.
Right. Sorry about that part. I know I got you. And I'm sure he's more relieved than anyone to know it. He always did like to worry. And I'm sure I gave him plenty of cause. But that ends today. I've got to be strong so he can stop worrying. Wherever he is. If he's really gone, the least I can do is lay his body to rest. Come on, Pard. There's work waiting for us. Can't stand around forever. The debris we reclaimers find are treasure troves. I found mine, but the others back in New LA are probably waiting on theirs. We ain't done till every single memento of Earth is back in their hands. Hell, it's what he'd be doing if he were still here to do it. What do you say, Pard? You and me, side by side, till the last bit of wreckage is found.
Yelv's childhood friend may have died, but Yelv now seems more determined than ever to see his work as a reclaimer through to the very end. You learned Master Gunner.
Yes. Yes, that's correct. Despite early concerns, the implanted memories have proven stable. Personality has also taken hold, thanks in part to a third party's help. If we use this master copy as the preset for the J-bodies in production... Yes, understood. Proceeding with Phase 2 of the project.
Surprise! Eleanor is really sus. And whether or not they actually decide to wrap up that plotline in this version, we'll find out, because they just left it on a cliffhanger in the original version. It's like, oh yeah, there's just a secret group with Eleanor in the group that's just secretly working on artificial intelligence planted inside of a mimeosome. And they basically made it so you can't tell the difference between that and a normal human. Yikes. Okay, so now you can view Neil's max affinity and Yelv's 4th.
Listen.
Hey, Temenos! Yeah, I know what it looks like, but I wasn't brooding. I was just thinking about how the odds of my friend being alive at this point are basically zero. That'll mean I'll never get to see him again. If we get his real body back, maybe I can, right? I just gotta be patient. Tell Yelv you understand how he feels, cheer him up by mocking his new introspective nature. Thanks. I don't know when or how it happened, but somehow searching for him has become my entire life. Time to goddamn well give up and move on, you know? I have other friends now. Fellow Blades. Anyway, I'll be okay. Ask the elf what he's gonna do now, ask if this has anything to do with Eleonora. Eleonora? Why are you dragging her into this? Well, she's been really supportive of me, in her own kind of way. She kept the tough assignments coming so I didn't have to spend so much time with my own dark thoughts. Not that she ever let me know that was why, but I could hear the concern behind her barbed comments. She's become somewhat important to me, kinda like you, I guess. You completed introspection. Oh boy.
Listen.
So let's see, she's a clone and Yelv is AI implanted inside of a Mimiuso. What else is next? Oh, there you are. Got a minute? You know Director General Shosan, right? So he's asked me to share my knowledge of cosmoarchaeology with the people of Earth. Well, we decided to hold the lecture, and it sounds like we have a lot more interested individuals than I expected. I never done any public speaking in front of alien races. I don't suppose you have any advice. Tell her to just be herself, say she could have Celica join her on stage, recommend she lead with an opening act. Really? I mean, I could do that, but I'm afraid my natural tone might come across a bit overly familiar, cheeky. I wouldn't be breaking any taboos, will I? You don't think so? Well, okay if you say so. I trust your judgment. Alright, I'm starting to feel good about it. I'm actually looking forward to this now. My shoulders have relaxed. Score! All that's left is to pin down the exact topic. Cosmoarchaeology is a broad subject. Any suggestions? Suggest you talk about the Clue culture, suggest you talk about her life. Yeah, I think it'll have to be something along those lines. I find Earth culture so fascinating, it surely goes both ways. Alright, then I'll do my darndest to accurately and fully convey all charms of the Clue, leaving nothing on the table. All in the hopes that one day it'll be more than just Celica and me who get to meet the people of Earth. I suppose that's it, then. I think I got a rough idea in mind. Thanks for helping me hash it out. Hope you'll come to the lecture, too. You completed special lecture. Alright, so then Yelves is in the residential district.
Guess what?
Hey, Temenos. So did you live in a house like this when you were back on Earth? Say you have a vague memory of that, say you probably lived in an apartment, say you have no idea. Oh, you don't remember neither, huh? There must have been some sort of glitch in the way the Lifehole preserves memories. If everyone loses their memories like us, then Project Exodus won't mean squat. They better get the damn thing fixed. Well, I'm heading back to the AD. I gotta go talk to Eleonora. I've been asked if she'd be interested in a transfer to the Harriers division. And yeah, I'm open to it. Seems like a good time to get out of the debris hunting game. But I've also made some close friends in the Reclaimers, so I'm gonna talk over with Eleanor and then give it a good think. Wherever I end up, I'm still me, so if there's anything you need, I'm your man. Let's keep on kicking this planet's ass. You completed Helican Days. Alright, next let's go do Celica's Affinity Mission. Speaking of Florians, fitting in. Complete Chapter 11, complete BFF's Affinity Mission, obtain the Skell Flight Module, must be level 46, and 3 hearts with Celica.
You seem to be working hard, Rock.
Hi, Celica. Hi, everyone.
We were in the area, so we thought we might drop by to say hi and see you in action.
Thanks! I really love my job. I don't have to feel scared, and everyone seems to appreciate what I do.
That sounds great! Tatsu's still looking for a workplace where unique talents will be appreciated.
Can you all wait a few minutes?
Like,
It's almost
Tatsu,
my
you're
birthday.
13. I know you're an
course.
adult by
We'll just hang
Nopon
out
standards,
here
but
and
you're
watch.
13, my dude.
Gosh, it feels funny having an audience.
Hey, Rock, can I get a hand over here?
On my way!
Seems like he's having fun.
We have the
Tatsu
Director General
enough.
to thank for getting him this position.
Yeah, I guess we do.
Look out! Rock! Get back!
Hey, are you alright?
Oh no!
Just as Celica and Rock seemed to be slowly getting used to life in NLA, trouble occurred.
Those beams would have crushed me if Rock hadn't stepped in.
Ow!
Are you hurt?
I'm gonna have a huge lump on my head.
Just lump. Rock's head made of rock too?
Thank goodness.
This is gonna put the whole project on hold.
Beams are shot, boss. They're all bent to hell.
I figured as much. Well, that's the day. Go on home, boys. Don't bother coming in tomorrow.
Huh? When should we come back?
Beam's gotta be recast. That means waiting for fresh ore. You go see the dock on your way home, Rock. Got it?
Yes, sir. I'm really sorry.
For what? Not your fault at all, big guy.
Need help finding a doctor?
Oh, I don't need one. It's really just a bump. The foreman's just being nice.
It's nice of him to look out for his team like that.
Yeah, I'm just sad there's nothing I can do for him.
Ask what the problem is, tell Rock there's no reason he can't help.
The beams are hardened with a special ore known as erosium, but sadly their erosium supply has run dry. Erosium is a pretty rare mineral too. Until they acquire new ore, it seems the construction project will not be able to proceed.
Rats! And I finally found a job I liked too.
Fear not, Rock. I'll find a way to fix this.
This sounds like job for Nopon. Nopon are masters of trade. Some Nopon somewhere know where to find erosium. Tatsu guarantee it.
That's actually an excellent idea.
Thank you, Tatsu. Wow, you're actually useful sometimes.
Lindley finally noticed?
Alright, let's start
It's
asking
called
around.
character development,
Celica, can you
Lindley.
join us?
Of course.
Listen.
Search for info in the commercial district about erosium.
Step right up.
Meh, erosium's completely sold out. Mujiji from Dorian Caravan needs to send more.
Those humans.
Oh, ho, ho, ho! Greetings and welcome to Dorian Caravan. Something troubling, friends? In search of rare item, perhaps?
Yes, actually. We're looking for erosium, and heard we might find some here.
Erosium? Yes, Dorian Caravan trade in erosium.
Yay, we did it, Celica! Wonderful.
Friends always this impatient? Listen to whole answer. Caravan trade in Erosium, yes. But Erosium fresh out of stock, sorry.
Ah, crud.
Well, that's a problem.
And it means poor Rock will have to wait.
No, no, beautiful lady, no crying, please. Ah, fine, fine. Mujiji cannot stand to see such display from such beauty. Just this once, Mujiji share his source as special exception.
Really?
Mujiji never go back on word.
Oh, thank you.
Friends, listen well. Nearby is strange place with big rocks floating in air. Erosium is mined from floaty rocks.
Over here!
We shall go there at once.
Friends, be careful. Floaty rock zone also home to bitey critters. Not safest place around.
We understand.
Yeah, and that's why you need the flight module. We got the haul.
I'd say that's enough to get the project back on track.
Thank you all so much for your help.
You really would do anything for Rock, wouldn't you, Celica?
Rock is like family to me. Nothing could be more precious.
But Rock say something before. About how Rock and Ganglion do terrible thing to Celica's village. Celica not mad at Rock about that?
Tatsu, that is so inappropriate.
I didn't realize he had spoke of this to you.
I'm sorry, Celica.
Oh no, it's perfectly all right. It just means he trusts you all enough to share. You see, Rock was created by the Ganglion to be a living weapon. When they attacked my village, his kind killed so many people. But something awoke in Rock that night. He took me and ran. He saved my life.
That's amazing.
That's why you were so passionate about Rock not fighting.
Say Celica's very considerate of others, say what a waste it is that Rock won't fight.
I couldn't agree more. And it's thanks to that kindness that Rock's found a way to live his life in peace.
You're all so sweet.
Rock waiting back home, right? Team should deliver Erosium ASAP. Then Rock can get back to work.
Right.
But first, we gotta go fight a thing.
Look!
Get ready!
They're not really classified.
Shoot them! Shoot some more! Myopic swing!
Superior decoy round.
It's working!
Offensive stance!
He's
I'm
there!
going on the offensive. I'll make sure to leave a dent. We're in a good
Yeah, be careful, because if you run into it, it'll launch you.
Empower your
Beam barrage!
beam barrage.
I'm going on the offensive.
Furious blast. Open fire. Atomic hit.
Tornado blade! We're in a good position. Move in!
Yeah, and in previous playthroughs of this game, I have fallen off the cliff, so be careful to not get too close to the cliff or to touch the darn thing.
Decoy round.
Ghost Walker! That's enough from you! Tornado blade! Burning slash!
Furious blast.
Offensive stance! Now get in there! Ghost Walker!
Atomic hit.
True Stream Edge!
And it's dead.
That was rather close.
No sense hanging around here. Let's get back to New LA.
Back to the city! Meanwhile, the rest of the party's like, oh, we were dead for 5 minutes, it was scary. Temenos is like, first time. I'm used to my entire party getting wiped out while I have to do all the fighting for 5 minutes of overdrive. Oh, and it's raining grave.
That's crazy.
He's like, I miss the spirit bombs. When will I get my real body back? Oh yeah, I was gonna say, I'm just like, yeah, at least it's not the purple rain.
Hey, that's Erosium! And so much of it, too! Thank you, Celica.
Oh, it wasn't just me. Everyone helped.
Thanks, everyone.
Forget about us. You've got some ore to deliver to your boss, right?
Right.
What? Rock, you went out and got us a fresh supply of Erosium?
Not me, sir. Celica and my friends were the ones who found it.
That's mighty kind of you, miss.
Will this allow construction to proceed?
Sure will. We'll start first thing tomorrow.
All right!
Here's something else, miss. You never told us your friends were so amazing, Rock.
Never underestimate the power of
Well,
Chlorians.
that's a job well done. Good work, guys. It's nice to see those two in such good spirits, too.
Seems that Celica and Rock have found their own unique way to contribute to the city. You learn 0-0.
Training has borne fruit, and my arts grew keener.
And we got 2 mining probe 10s. Wow. Alright, next we're gonna do Alexa's.
What do you think?
Rapid Misfire. Must be at level 50, complete Chapter 11 for prerequisites, and must be at Affinity 4 with Alexa. I mean Makoto, I mean Alexa.
Chick has asked us to join a new Skell weapon test today. Something about a laser that can track targets burrowing underground? Kinda ruins the magic, right?
Say a giant sword's the best magic around. I mean, like, he's the person to say that in this situation. Say a giant shield is the best magic. Say weapons should be convenient and useful.
Ah, you're one of those, huh?
I mean, do you see my sword there?
Oh, please. Like your tastes are any different.
Now hold on just a...
Sorry, Alexa. Today's test is canceled. The weapons test Camber's team was on went bad. We're still assessing the damage. They've all gone missing. And any clues were destroyed when the prototype blew.
Were they in their skells at the time?
Chastise Alexa for thinking of the skells first. Say it's a good question.
They were, as far as we know. Which means there's a good chance they survived.
Right!
But things went so wrong. We don't even know where they are now. Assuming the best, maybe optimistic.
I'm going to look for them. You'll come too, right?
Say you're ready to go. Say this isn't your job. Let's do
You
this!
got a good heart, you know that? With the two of us on the case, I'm sure we'll find them in no time. All right, whenever you're ready.
Looks like a weapons test went bad. Help Alexa rescue the injured.
There won't be any tests for a while either way, so I won't stop you. Just be careful, okay? Both of you. That and be prepared for the worst.
Off we go! Before we head out, I'm gonna go get some augment slots on Temenos' gear. Because now that we fully maxed out all the AMs, it's like, yeah, now we actually have Moranium to do that, because it's gonna be a while before we can make our own Frog Ares. Now I no longer have to call it the Redacted skill. Thank you for finally getting through Chapter 11. Yeah, unless they changed it, it won't be available until at least after Chapter 12. And then we can start kicking the crap out of most of the remaining map completion unique monster tyrants. Keep wanting to call them unique monsters.
That's crazy.
Yeah, same thing.
Step right up.
Alright, see if there's a better sword. Also, let's see if I can put 3 slots on it.
Yep.
Alright, just 1. Well, I can put one on the guns at least. And there goes most of the Moranium.
And get this.
More TP!
That's crazy.
And I'm just like checking every so often, like, did we get it? Did we get it? No, not yet. Someday we'll get the Book of Death and Rebirth and complete the Collectopedia, but today is not that day so far. Alright, time to go find Camber and Co.
It's Mika's Skell. Poor thing. Look at this damage. Mika! No. No! This can't be.
never told Camber how she felt. No.
Remind Alexa what a good friend Mika was. Let her be alone with her grief. It's like, yeah, she's just like, after the crap that Mika pulled in the last Affinity Quest, we're just like, nope, I'm just gonna not say anything.
Mika. Goodbye, my friend.
Oh, you actually do think of her as a friend. Okay. I wasn't overstepping a boundary.
I can't just stand here crying. Mika would be furious. We need to have a look around. Judging from the debris, this accounts for 2 of the skulls.
Tell Alexa she has a good eye. Say you're sorry she had to see the skulls like this.
It's okay. If it means I can help, then it's for the best. These are Mika and Fernand's skulls. That means the other 2 members of the team may be okay. We need to hurry. I can't let things end like this.
Search for Camber.
Camber! Are you alright?
It's an angel.
If you can still joke around, you'll live.
Yeah, my body's fine at least. Head's a little fuzzy though. Thanks for coming, Alexa. You too.
I'm the actual
you know
angel
what happened
here.
to the others?
No.
The prototype exploded, right? Tell me about it.
Because I am the
Fernand
cleric
tried to
of all
fire it at
time.
full charge, but something jammed. It wouldn't fire. The energy just kept building and it went critical, then blue. There was a bright light that swallowed up his skull. I was next to him. Then... Wait, is Mika okay? Alexa, if you know something, you have to tell me. Then do you know?
Tell Camber Mika died protecting him. Tell that Mika left to NLA to find her fortune. Look solemnly into his eyes.
No. No! That's not... She didn't protect me! I protected her! How do I live while she dies? It doesn't make sense.
You protected her, Camber?
Yeah. As soon as I saw the flash, I dove between Fernand and the other 2. I guess the blast flung me all the way out here.
Really? Your skull looks pretty clean.
Yeah. The shockwave was massive. The explosion itself wasn't huge. I'm lucky it was a beam weapon. If it were conventional explosives, I'd be dead.
Hey, wait a second. You notice anything odd about Camber's skull and the others?
Tell Alexa the numbers don't add up. Say the damage is different.
Exactly. I think that's significant. Yours was caught in the explosion, but it isn't burned. The skulls back at the test site were totally charred.
Meaning what exactly?
I'm not sure yet. Let's go back there and take another look. We may find a clue.
And we're at Affinity 3 with Mia.
Here, have a look. These are Mika and Fernand's skulls. His is like yours, Camber. Broken, but otherwise pretty clean.
That's a characteristic of the prototype weapon.
But look at Mika's. It's smoking and covered in bullet holes.
You're right.
Which means...
Say Mika was attacked by an enemy. Surmise that Mika and Hannah must have been fighting each other.
It has to be. The ganglion must have been drawn here by the explosion.
Those bastards.
The girls had 2 damaged skulls, which would have made them easy prey.
So Mika's skull was destroyed. And Hana.
Shh.
What's wrong?
It's a ganglion skull. No, more than one. Moving slow.
How do you know?
I can hear them.
You know enemy skulls by their sound? You are obsessed.
Stay back! Mika!
She's still alive!
We have to help her.
Alexa, what are you doing here?
You're okay. Oh, thank heavens.
I'm glad to see you too, idiot. Really glad.
You two take cover. We've got more ganglion forces inbound.
Time to fight some mechs.
Use melee attacks! Offensive stance! Superior Put some power into this. We're in a good position. Move in! Close quarters. 0-0.
And that's what I was waiting for, because you get that from Celica's Affinity mission, and boy does that gun attack do a massive amount of damage.
Congrats.
Thank you, Alexa. You saved my life.
I'm sorry we couldn't help Hannah or Fernand.
No. If anyone could have helped them, it was us.
He's right. Plus, you saved us. That's amazing enough. And we're grateful.
I think you've proven you're a lot more than just a skell nut.
Yeah, I'm a super skell nut. I should buy a cape.
What makes you love them so much?
When the whale was shot down and we all crashed here, a jet black skull saved my life. It shielded me from a hailstorm of bullets and gave me time to run. I don't know who was piloting it or what division they were from, but I loved skulls from that moment on. And now it's my dream to save someone's life like that someday.
Say it sounds like the Alexa you know, note that Camber pilots a jet black skill. He's just like, man, do I
Thanks. I just wish more people
wedge
got
a
it.
rift further between these characters.
It still seems pretty out there.
Hey, who cares? We're alive because of it.
That's true.
Let's get you guys back home. We need to put your skulls in
Well,
for
not to
repair.
mention his skull is
Not
not
to
that
ruin
color.
the skull lovin', but shouldn't the two of us go to maintenance first?
What? Why? You can walk just fine.
I think this girl may be insane.
Insane for skulls? Oh yeah, baby.
He succeeded in rescuing Mika and Camber. Alexa spoke of a black skull that once saved her life. Who could have been the pilot? You learned maximum voltage. And you obtain the materials required to create the excavator. Alright, let's see what's left for Affinity Quests. Alright, so those are both Chapter 12. I know Gajar's is 12. Alright, so then we got both the ones in the barracks. And then we'll be off to regular side quests. Father and Sons. Complete Chapter 11. Obtain the Skell Flight Module.
Friends have company.
It it's a side quest
Marina, you
bonanza.
helping out Elma's team today?
Just finished up, actually.
Well, don't leave yet. I got a job that can use all of you.
What? That tough of a mission?
I don't know if tough is the word exactly. Basically, we got an SOS from a prospector team, and I want you to go follow up. It's from Kiefer and Leland Cole.
Ask if they're father and son, ask if they're brothers.
Makes sense. Same last name, similar face.
Yep, they're a bit of an odd couple, but, well, you'll see what I mean.
You say they're prospectors. I assume they were out on a mineral survey?
Yeah, they're both geologists or something. The kid followed in his old man's footsteps, works as his assistant.
Okay, we're on it. Let's get moving. Send us the data.
Great, will do.
You received an emergency call from some prospectors. Head to the rescue point in Primordia and help out. Alright, then now we can view Alexa's 5th heart-to-heart. Probably do that, but for wrong one again, gosh darn it. Unless she's actually down here. Okay, she is, that worked out.
Don't say.
Hey, Temenos, thanks for all you did for Mika and Camber. I heard they barely had to spend any time at all in the old maintenance center. It's terrible about what happened to Fernan and Hannah, but I'm glad at least those two made it back. Hey, so do you remember what I said about the Black Skull back then? Well, I never had a chance to ask you. Did you see it while the White Whale was attacked? Oh, you have amnesia? Weird. Did I know that? Okay then. What, do you have any theories about the Black Skull? Tell Alexa it was just a normal skull painted black. Speculate it might have been a new model that was being built in the city. Claim it was a ganglion skull found in Noctilum. So you think it might have been the Prague Ares? Well, that's one theory. But how could a skull that was built in NLA after we landed on Mir have been around when we crashed on it? My gosh, what if it wasn't actually there? What if I saw a ghost skull? Wait, what am I saying? That's nuts. You know what I'm asking about, right? Suggest it was because Alexa wants to meet the Black Skull? Ask Alexa if she's allowed to stay Skull again. No, of course not. It's because I launched an investigation into the identity of the Black Skull. I'm searching for images of it and interviewing potential witnesses like yourself. After all, talking about how much I love skulls is never going to accomplish anything. I don't know if this will either, but I think it's a step in the right direction. So if you hear anything or find anything relevant, let me know, okay? I'm gonna track that thing down if it's the last thing I ever do. You completed Phoenix Wings. So yeah, the Affinity mission takes you into this cave, which unless there's a glitch out there, you pretty much need the flight module to reach this area, unless you just really are good at jumping. And even then, good luck trying to make all these jumps, because one of them is way up there. Hey, it's Kiefer King! Kiefer Cole! Cole's like, don't drag me into this.
Are you the one who sent the SOS?
Yep. Kiefer Cole, prospector. Glad you finally made it.
Where's Leland?
He's inside.
What? Alone?
But big and scary and mean animals inside, too. Super dangerous inside.
Well, obviously. But that doesn't stop New LA from needing a secure source of phlegmtide, now does it? Danger's part of the job.
Who cares about your job? You abandoned your own family in there.
I left because he's family. I finished my part of the job, see? Cole family rule number 4. When the job's done, go home.
Even if it means leaving someone to die?
Well, that's why we called you, right? I'll let you take it from here. I'm heading back to New LA. Good luck.
Hey! What the hell is wrong with you? Get back here! What kind of father?
I know, Irina, but there's no time to worry about that now. We still have a mission to do. Let's rescue Leland.
Into the fray.
He's like, save me, please!
Myopic scream!
Offensive stance! I'm going on the attack on me! Grab them, no quarter! Burning slash! 0-0! Burning slash!
Leland Cole, right?
That's right, Missy. Who are you?
We're here to save you. Kiefer called in an SOS.
He did what? Wait, did he already head back?
Yeah, and left you behind.
Damn, he must have beat me.
Hey, this isn't some race. He left you to die.
Cole family rule number 4. When the job's done, go home.
Are all you people insane? What family rule is that?
You folks are armed, right?
What? Well, yeah, of course, but...
Good. I still haven't grabbed all the ore in this cave on account of the indigents. Could I get you kids to take care of that for me?
Are you even listening to us?
Cole family rule number 2. Always finish the job, no matter what. Besides, none of this stops New LA from needing a secure source of phlegm tide, now does it?
You are both insane, aren't you?
Fine, we'll do it.
Colonel?
They have their mission, we have ours. If we can offer support, we will.
Yes, ma'am.
Investigate the minerals in the stone lattice cavern and retrieve 5 pieces of phlegm tide. Of course, you gotta be careful because you actually have to click a button to get this thing. It's not as simple as grabbing a collectible. And one is right next to a level 60-something tyrant. Not that big of a deal to our party because we're in the mid-level 60s, but you're supposed to be doing this at level 50. Oh. Yeah, I was gonna say, I've already killed the darn thing. Yeah, mainly just for people who are tackling this at the recommended level. It's like, yeah, no, I wouldn't, like, either level up or make sure you're good at overdrive or both. I say this having died multiple times in the past to that tyrant. $68. $68. But yeah, luckily as long as you're not in a skeleton, it won't bother you, but still.
Use melee attacks, close quarters.
Yeah, don't make the mistake I did like a couple playthroughs ago, back like a decade ago, where I collected it and then left. Then I had to fight that spider thing again.
Is this enough?
Oh, yeah. That'll do.
Listen, I understand wanting to respect your father's rules, but don't you think...
My father? What would you know about my dear Pappy, Missy?
What? He was just...
Horse feathers! My Pappy's been dead for ages.
What?
Then the man we saw was a
What the hell is going on here?
I'd ask you the same, but not before we skedaddle somewhere safer. I'm heading back to NLA to meet up with Kiefer. You coming?
Wait a sec!
We have so many questions!
Hey, Pops. Looking good. You get all that phlegm tied all right?
Pops?
Boy, who the heck you think you're talking to? Of course I did.
Thanks for bringing the old man back safely, you guys. How about a drink, Pops?
You're on.
Wait, so... what?
Cole family rule number 1. Every job ends with a cold one.
Not the drink, for crying out loud! You just called him Pops.
Yeah. Something wrong with that?
Yes? I mean, no. I mean, isn't he your son?
So Vandam didn't tell you? Oh, that's rich.
Now I get it. A bit of an odd couple indeed. The old bear was messing with us.
Okay, now Tatsu completely lost. Who want to explain to Tatsu?
So how old are you, Leland? Somewhere in your 80s or so?
Hey now! I'm 78 years young, Missy.
What? He means inside.
My old man refused to board the White Whale unless he got a younger Mim body.
Hey now! I just wanted a body that matched my mental age is all. Now, how about that drink?
You got it, Pops.
He's 80 and kind of hot. That is so gross.
Oh boy. Claim you knew Leland was the song all along. Ask if Kiefer is Leland's son.
That's right. Also weird.
Actually, this shoots right past weird and goes straight to creepy.
They are definitely an odd pair. I mean, even separate from the whole age thing.
You said it. Leland was ditched by his son and didn't even blink. Actually, he acted like it was expected.
And he stayed to finish the task in front of him. Sounds like a true blade to me.
Mission or not, abandoning your own kin like that, hard to see that as a positive thing. Whatever works for them, I guess. Family means something different to me.
Kiefer's the son and Leland's the father. You caught a glimpse into the details of their relationship. You learned a quick cannon. And you got slightly trolled by Vandam. Alright, so then the last one available for a while. Kiefer King on this deck. Or excuse me, Kiefer Cole on this Bowser, I don't know. Cole's like, I'm gonna punch you later. Two peas in a pod. acquired level 47 and complete chapter 11 and be at Affinity 3 with Lynn.
Mustache Man delivery!
Whew, I am beat. Mind if I relax here a bit?
Sure, just don't make it a habit, okay? We can't have the barracks become your day spa.
Hey, can't a commander stop by now and then to check on how his favorite team is doing? That's why I'm really here, you know?
Plus, I
Man
like to
works
troll
harder
you
than even
guys.
Tatsu. Real reason for visit is for Lindley's cooking.
Oh, the dinner roll ain't as dumb as he looks.
Why, thank you.
Tatsu, I don't think that was a compliment. I'm not sure food helps Mimio-sums with fatigue, Commander.
Comfort food helps everything, man. I just need something to take my mind off this weapon R&D work. It's driving me nuts.
Weapon R&D? Can I get in on that, sir? I'd love to help out.
All right. I should have figured this would be right up your alley.
Up my alley? It is my alley!
All right. Let's call it a personal job from me. Frankly, I'd love the advice.
Understood.
Phantom wants to discuss development of a new weapon with you.
Cool. Is this a backpack beam cannon?
Prototype for one, anyway.
Ooh. They really crammed the high output ion capacitors in there.
Not bad, huh? That baby can go a month without needing a recharge.
Huh? That's dumb. You're wasting all its potential.
Lynn.
No, it's fine. What would you suggest, Lynn?
I'd channel that energy into fewer, more powerful bursts.
Why the hell would you need more punch than this?
Because if you push it up another 800 gigs, it'll cut right through the beam coating on ganglion armor.
Sure, but think of the heat something like that would put out.
Well, yeah. You just need to change the conductor material for the barrel jacket.
The barrel jacket, huh? Interesting.
Is all this even feasible?
There'll be a few hurdles, sure, but if we can clear those, it could be big. We'll just have to try it out and see, won't we?
Yeah!
Let's see. I can think of two other problems right off the bat. Why don't we have you sort this out with the engineers here, Alan and Brenna? Talk to them. They might have ideas for a workaround.
Yes, sir!
Alright, let's start by talking to Alan.
About the beam cannon project. Is there any way we can push the output up another 800 Gs? I know it's a lot, but if we can manage it, I think we could punch through ganglion armor.
You want another 800 gigawatts continuous output?
Yep.
Well, theoretically, sure.
But what? There's some kind of practical hurdle?
Exactly. More output requires plasma maintained at higher degrees of excitation. That, in turn, requires a more efficient magnetic trap.
Ah, right.
I'd love to see it happen, but Earth's technology just isn't there yet.
Console Lynn on the end of a good idea, point out you're no longer on Earth.
That's a fair point. It's true that Earth may not have possessed this technology, but Mira could be a different story.
I don't follow.
Oh, I get it. She means Xenotech. We've got all kinds of races here on Mira. One of them might have a solution.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
What is that?
One of the ganglion skulls. We confirmed that this model is outfitted with a high-output beam cannon, and it's almost a certainty that their capacitors are better than ours.
So if we can analyze them...
Right. we might be able to find a solution to our magnetic trap problem.
Come on, guys. We've got a giant laser to hunt down.
Alright, and we got it already. Yeah, get 3 Komovan capacitors from Komova's in Oblivia.
Alan, look! We found a capacitor!
Amazing. I have to hand it to the Ganglion's engineers.
Will this solve our problem?
Leave it to me. With a mix of their tech and ours, I may even be able to do this one better.
If that's still not enough, Tatsu can loan out secret Nopon technology.
I'll let you know.
One problem down, one to go.
Now time to go talk to Brenna.
Listen! About the beam cannon project. Is there any way we can push the output up another 800 Gs? I know it's a lot, but if we can manage it, I think we could punch through ganglion armor.
This is why I hate talking to amateurs.
What? But Commander Vandam said it might be possible if we solved a pair of issues.
What? So I have to explain it because he's too damn lazy?
Hey!
It's Brenna, right? We know your time is valuable, but could you maybe stow the attitude for a second?
Look, this unit is meant for installation on the back of a scow, right?
Right.
Well then, you've got a real bitch of a heat emission problem. I'm just estimating here, but you're probably looking at temperatures of over 400 degrees running from the head to the cockpit block. And that kind of heat will cook your sensors. Oh, and kill the pilot. The back-mounted unit just won't work. And with its size, it's not like you could change the offset position to the arms.
Unless we use different conductors in the barrel jacket. In that case, the large size would actually work in our favor. Here, I made a sketch.
Huh. Yeah, that might actually work. I mean, if we had a conductor efficient enough. But the only ones of this grade are all being used in NLA's central power grid. Can't very well tear that apart to make a new gun.
I guess not.
Tell Lynn she tried her best, insist you can get her on the problem.
Maybe. There have to be resources here on Mira we've yet to discover. Who's to say one of those can't be turned into a new conductor?
Hey, that's it! We'll just build a new one.
And you expect to just miraculously stumble across this hypothetical material today?
Maybe not today, but that doesn't mean we shouldn't look. I'm not giving up on this.
Alright, so for that, you need 3 pieces of marine rutile.
Hey, Brenna. Think you can turn this into a conductor?
Dunno. Never seen it before. I'd have to test it, but... yeah, maybe. I'm just shocked you found something.
I can't think of a single blade more passionate or stubborn than Lynn.
I can see that. Guess I look like a real fool now, don't I? I think I just lost my sense of wonder at being in this place, you know? Anyway, I was a jerk. Sorry.
Alright, problem solved. Let's report back to the commander.
I was gonna say, I'm like, time to shake up the excitement. Tatsu's like, no! Alright, then he's back in there, the Dynet unit, back in the barracks.
Well, I'll be damned. Didn't think you'd solve both problems that fast. You're your parents' daughter for sure.
It's true they were both engineering geniuses. But they were beloved by people for their fire and initiative, more than their theories.
They were heroes for folks in my generation. Can't help but think how much further along NLA'd be if they were still with us.
I'm happy to hear you say that. But that job falls on all of us living here now, Commander. I'm nowhere near their level yet, but I promise I'll keep doing my best.
Due to some quick thinking by Vandam, he was able to complete the development of a new weapon. He also caught a glimpse into Lynn's past. Alright, so then, yeah, basically, to do Chapter 12, yeah, this is where getting the flight module is now required if you want to complete the story, so keep that in mind. They also recommend a level of 49, and Noggin can't be in your party. Alright, then before we get into regular side quests, we got more Moranium we can spend on augment slots. And we got level 4 affinity with Mia.
Yep.
And now we're about to burn through most of it.
Get this.
That's crazy.
Alright, so let's see. Unless more unlock, we got access to 3, 5, 9 in the city. And then 3 over in Oblivia. Hey there, you, Dreamboat! I got a line on a tasty little job. You interested? Pretty sure you won't regret it. Hear Laura Mara out, decide it sounds shady, and walk away. Curious, are we? I do love a boy with an open mind and a go-getter attitude. Besides, where's the fun in being a blade if you're not making money? Converters is like, I agree with that sentiment. I got a mission direct from Commander Vandam, you see. A new Lifehold unit's been spotted in Sylvalum. Anyway, I was hoping a strapping young thing like you could help with the investigation and recovery. See? Told you it was juicy. Not that this job doesn't come with a laundry list of questions, like why we're only noticing the thing now, or why the ganglion haven't touched it. All part of the fun of investigating, I suppose. Jobs like this where we blades earn our salt. There's some unknown, sure, but I'd still file this job in the easy end of things. So there you go, and you're welcome. Best of luck, Tiger. White Lifehold. Upon Laura Mara's insistence, you've accepted a mission to investigate the piece of a Lifehold in Sylvalum. Off we go! Yeah, while we've been exploring out and about, I think I might have mentioned, like, oh, there it is! It's just blatantly there if you know where to look. Whee! Just got your report confirming the Lifehold unit's coordinates. Nice work. Access code? What access code? Haven't heard anything about an access code. I'll double check on my end, but look, are you sure you're doing it right? I'm just working off the data I have, but there's never been any mention of access codes before. They were never designed to be scattered around like this, so it just doesn't make sense to put any fancy security in place. Yeah, I don't know. Normally I love surprises, but I'm not a fan of this one. Well, I'll look into it. Meanwhile, you keep investigating the site and ring me up if you find anything. I'll give you a buzz if I find anything here. Toodles! You cracked the code yet? It's a simple trap if you ask me, but you humans lose any sense of caution when it comes to these pieces of the Lifehold of yours. The program asking you for a code isn't connected to a lock at all. It just sends a signal when someone touches it. That signal comes to us. And then we can secure the high ground around you before you're even aware of us. That device is of no real use to us, but not destroying it certainly paid off. It's the perfect snare for idiots like you. And now that I've shared the trick behind our little setup here, we can move on to the fun part, where we kill you.
We've been discovered. Wear them down from a
And you have to survive against the Milsati for 3 minutes. Be prepared.
Offensive stance.
Furious blast.
Let's do this. Tornado blade. I'll make sure to leave a dent. Ghost Walker.
One enemy down. Keep fighting from up close.
Offensive stance.
Decoy round.
Let's do this. Ghost Walker.
Contact. Contact.
Appendage destroyed. Attack at range.
Cruise.
Reinforcement. Not for long.
Oh boy, more of them.
Tornado blade. Let's do this. Tornado blade. We're in a good position. Move in. Step in and drive them back.
Yeah, of course, these things spawn in more frequently, so you gotta be careful.
Not over. Now get in there. Offensive stance. Ghost Walker. I can still do this alone. Tornado blade. Ghost Walker. Reinforcements. We can take them if we're smart. Step in and drive them back. Reinforcements. We can take them if we're smart. Don't give them a chance to rest. Ghost Walker. Let's do this. Cruise. We're in a good position. Move in. Reinforcements. We can take them if we're smart. Offensive stance. Cruise. Step in and drive them back. Ghost Walker. Reinforcements. We can take them if we're smart. Burning slash. Congrats.
Alright, then we gotta survive for about 20 more seconds.
Powering up would be the smart approach here.
These have brought our allies to Axe's death.
Offensive stance.
Watch our real part does it.
More coming.
I can still do this alone. Ghost
Alright, now
Walker.
I gotta be careful. And done.
Victory.
But yeah, the ones where you get like reinforcements, like those are earlier in the story, those are child's play in comparison to that one, because the reinforcements just keep coming and coming, and even at that level I can easily die if I'm not continuously using Ghost Walker. You gotta be kidding me. There's no fun in an ambush if your prey fights back. And this is probably all the backup we can hope to get. Alright, men, fight. Leave no one alive.
Into the fray.
Ghost Walker! Melee attacks next!
Close quarters. Grenade. Attack range.
Offensive stance!
Furious
Put some power into this one. We're in a good position. Move in!
That one was guaranteed. They're not really planning to fight me.
Use melee attack!
Close quarters.
Offensive stance!
Superior decoy round.
Let's do this! Blade!
Myopic freeze!
Furious blast.
True streamer!
Second the hit. Move
I
into
see a
the
chance to
kill.
do some damage. Now get in there! Tornado blade!
And they're dead.
That was passable.
I've received the data you're able to salvage. Seems it wasn't just library data. It looks like an automatic communication log of some sort. The timestamp places it just before the white whale crashed, and the sender is a different ARC ship sent up from another country. Needless to say, the whale's crew had their hands full at the time, so they were too busy to trace the other ship's course, or even to analyze the message's contents, frankly. But doing that brings to light all kinds of important new info, which means finding the data was a big deal. Great work, Tiger! Unless it turns out the data's actually useless, in which case this is a waste of everyone's time. But none of that changes the fact that your job is to grab the core memory module and bring it home safe. Don't leave a single byte behind.
Fabulous.
Nice work out there. I'll take the memory module off your hands. Perfect. Thanks. Oh, and Commander Vanden was really interested in the data sample you sent on ahead. He's been super impatient for you to get back with the rest of it. Seems he's ready to call this a historic find even before the analysis comes back on the contents. You unearthed a real treasure this time, well, according to him anyways. But don't bother asking for a bonus. Won't happen. Blade contracts are extremely strict, you know. But it's for the good of the city, I suppose. For us Blades by extension. Makes it harder to complain when you think of the, still possible mind, but harder. Still no sense wasting time and social capital whining about the little things. Not when there's big jobs with fat rewards waiting to get done. There's something about risking it all for the high-stakes payoff. It just gets the blood pumping, you know? Adventure makes me hot and bothered. There was a bit of trouble with the ganglion, but you were successfully able to retrieve the data. Seems to be a communication transcript of some kind. Which implies that another ship might have survived, but at least the base game never confirms or denies this. Whether or not they'll address it in this version, we'll see. Alright, so those are Rothian related. Might as well do Kirsty's fifth one while we're at it, because that could take a bit.
This for friends years only.
Oh, Temenos, guess what happened? I determined the location of the final data unit, FN-097. The signal came from Caldros. It's a dangerous area, but nothing you can't handle, right? Tell Kirsty you can handle it. bug your eyes out and shake your head furiously. All my fellow Pathfinders are tough as nails, but I've never seen a Blade operative as talented as you. Please help me take NLA one step closer to the ideal city my team knew it could be. Oh, and while you're there, could you mine Moranium and take care of some deadland Caro that have been rampaging through the area? But really, Data Unit FN097 is the big prize. This is the final piece of my former team's legacy. Can I count on you? Obtain the final data unit in Caldros. Analysis of the second-gen Frontier Nav is one step away. Frankly, I have no idea what a second-gen Frontier Nav will look like. The team that worked on it in their spare time with practically no budget, so I can't imagine it's ready for implementation. The amount of dedication they showed was quite remarkable. Whatever it is on that archive is the result of their fervent desire to create a better future for humanity. So you're cool with this, right? Nod with quiet resolve, tell Kirsty she's obsessing for personal reasons. Thank you. This is all personal, you know. I was rather afraid to open up about it, but I'm glad I told you, Temenos. Now go do your thing! Alright, so we got enough of the Moranium. Hundreds of people rely on the Moranium you bring us. If you manage to conjure up 5,500 units, I'd be happy to take it off your hands. Yeah, the only one in all of New NLA who could track down this much. Thank you for everything. He found the Moranium and gave it to Kirsty. Now that's left is the other objectives. Alright, so now we gotta go hunt some Caro and find that data unit. You obtained the data unit.
I'm going in.
I'm curious how you'll comport yourself.
Shoot them! Shoot some more!
Atomic hit! Myopic scream!
Ghost Walker! Offensive stance!
Rondo!
Let's do this! On me! Grab them, no quarter! Burning slash!
Open fire!
I'll make sure to leave a dent!
You're in!
We're in a good position! Move in!
Nice one, guys.
Temenos is like, yeah, go me!
I'm going in.
I'm going. Powering up would be the smart
Get the
approach
most
here.
out of this.
Atomic hit!
Offensive stance! On me! Grab them, no quarter!
Iron prison!
Tornado blade! Burning slash!
You're in!
Is that all? Onward then.
Slash!
Alright, back to the city.
Many thanks.
So you've completed all the objectives, eh? And the final data unit seems to be intact. I'd say it's not as the Frontier Nav Operations Manager, but as a member of my old research team. Thank you. I'm so grateful for what you've done. All boasting aside, Frontier Nav really is a remarkable system. But without a user like you, it's meaningless. Just a network of data pros that produce a pool of random data with no purpose. A blade of your caliber is the final piece required by our design. Nod with pride, tell Kirsty that true heroes are her and her team. If the team were still here, we'd have a party in your honor. Believe me, there ain't no party like a crazy scientist party. Here, this is for everything you've done. Thank you, Temenos. You completed the exploration of Caldros and handed over the final data unit. Return here when analysis of the unit is complete. However, there's still one last problem I didn't consider. All this recovered data is encrypted and none of the authors are left to crack it. Won't be easy to figure out what's in these archives, but I'll give it my best shot. In the meantime, I'm sure you'll keep using Frontier Nav to help people in need. Tell Kirsty she can count on it, admit that you're only using Frontier Nav for your own gain. Once I crack the data, I'll let you know right away. But don't be a stranger, okay? I'd love to hear the latest on how Frontier Nav is working in the field. Alright, so I know Hugo's gonna need more Moranium, so I'll tackle his once I get another round of it. And it's like so many side quests I could do. Mui Mui's been looking everywhere for friend. Mui Mui used Legendar to keep searching for Signal and finally found one way up north in Sylvalum. This time it has to be the Sword of Legendariness. So friend must put Mui Mui in knapsack and carry him to Sylvalum. Now mush! Suggest Mui Mui should walk there himself, show your disgust at his epic laziness. Mui Mui planned to conserve energy on way so he can go wild once destination is reached. Mui Mui hoped noble intention be apparent to Friend. Friend only has to carry Mui Mui to Seabird's Beak at entrance to Sylvalum. After that, Mui Mui handle everything himself. Now hurry and stuff Mui Mui in a warm, cozy bag. The Sword of Legendariness has been located. Head up to Sylvalum with Mui Mui and bring it back. Be careful out there, Brother Pond. Mui Mui will be here holding down fort until return. So long! Now quest for Sword of Legendariness start for real this time! Onwards and away, friend! Know that brave Mui Mui will have it back every step of way, or at least he'll be hanging from back. To Sylvalum! Is this Sylvalum? Mui Mui fell asleep in backpack and woke up here. Back of friend really is the only way to travel. We were only traveling for like 5 seconds, Mui Mui. Oh, that felt like ages. Wow, the power of transportation. Thanks, friend. Mui Mui handle everything from here. Alright, Sword of Legendariness, come out. It's no use trying to hide from legend. Huh? Slide whistle of what the frick, Mui Mui. Slidewhistle.exe has stopped working. Ask Mui Mui if something is wrong with Legendar. Ask if he's located the sword already. No, response is coming in loud and clear, but there are 3 responses showing up. Must be result of nasty cold and spores. Still, one of these 3 must be sword. Mui Mui just have to try them one by one. This may prove to be the toughest trial yet, but Mui Mui and friend will overcome it. Now onward! Sword calls out to be found! this is biggest legendary response yet. Leave it to Mui Mui. Ta-da! Ho-ho! Mui Mui finally found Sword of Legendariness! Ask if he's sure it's the real thing, claim it was almost entirely due to your hard work. See? Handguard bears strange pattern. It's just as Mui Mui said, there's no mistaking it this time. Now all Mui Mui need to do is deliver this to Boss Man Walter and collect pile of money. As soon as I cash into the hands of Mui Mui, the feasting can begin! Mui Mui call ahead and have Brother Pawn get party ready. Back to NLA friend, Mush! So you might want to be careful with that, Mui Mui. There might be, like, potentially hostile force that's possessing the sword. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge to those who have played Xeno 1.
Oh.
Hey, Mui Mui, you still chasing that legendary sword? I keep telling you, it's high time you drop the dreams and take on a legitimate job. I can... Perhaps friend will stop nagging once Mui Mui... once he sees this. Go on, other friend. Hand Sword of Legendariness over to preachy old man. What in the... It's a far cry from most of the no-pawn stuff we see, I'll give you that. Probably fetch a high price. Really high. Where in the hell did you dig this up? Tell Walter you found it in Silvalum. Ask why anyone would pay for such an item. Silvalum? Just what were no-pawn doing in a place like that, that dangerous with this thing? Who or what were they fighting? This could unlock a whole new area of study. Might be the key to all sorts of discoveries about Mira. Fantastic work, Mui Mui. It's the best curator find we've seen in weeks. Right, right? Friend is now welcome to shower Mui Mui with respect and adulation and also money. Alright, here you go, buddy. This search has been rough on you, little bro, so make sure you take care of him, alright? Oh-ho! This will buy Mega Feast! Come on, Mui Mui will have party ready waiting at cafe by now. Hurry up, friend. Mui Mui's liable to shrivel up and blow away if dinner not served soon.
Well...
Welcome on in to No Pawn Shenanigans. So tasty, so happy. What is going on? Why is the party already started? Ah, Mui Mui, Brother Pawn. Mui Mui was so hungry he started on food tiny bit early. That's going good. We're currently between chapters 11 and 12 going through the plethora of side quests before we... Well, I mean, at least in terms of the base game, wrap the game up, but I know there's another chapter after that now. But Mui Mui just collected heaping mountain of cash so he can keep ordering more. Lay into Mui Mui for starting without you. Tell Mui Mui this can be his way of repaying Mui Mui. True, Mui Mui could never have come so far without help of Brother Pawn. All this questing could not have been easy and poor Mui Mui. Friend is right. Mui Mui not need to apologize. Plus, now that Mui Mui's fabulously wealthy, little things do not matter anymore. Mui Mui, go order more food! Friend and Brother Pawn, wait here! Tab is on Mui Mui today, Temenos. Eat until food spills out of ears of friend. Woo, Brother Pawn, coolest no pawn ever! So expensive! The bill it's the same amount as Mui Mui earned his reward. How much did Mui Mui eat? Mui Mui blackout halfway from sheer joy. Memory foggy after course 17. This means we're poor again, and Mui Mui's still hungry. Chastise Mui Mui for overeating. Tell Mui Mui he'll just have to start over again. But Mui Mui not had food in so long! Because Brother Pawn refuses to ever work. Moi Moi, not let Brother Pawn turn this around. Give it back! All of it! Every bite! Moi Moi's genius invention, but simply not possible. More realistic for Moi Moi to stop making impossible demands and just get job. Moi Moi teach Brother Pawn to take that tone. You obtain the Sword of Legendariness, but Moi Moi's bottomless stomach consumed the reward. Looks like they're back at square one. I'm just gonna go walk over here while you two duke it out. Temenos, get back here! Temenos! Not my problem!
You've gotta hear this.
How about this?
I probably got time for at least one more side quest. Hello, are you a Zarubogan? Tell Aurelian that you're not a Zarubogan. Say you may be in fact a Zarubogan. Not a Zarubogan. Okay, got it. You seem really nice. Oh hey, did you know that I'm Aurelian and I'm a Zarubogan? So I have to devoltanize. It's my duty. But to do that, I need a new Gorka, and there aren't any around here. Do you know Gorkas? The staves you use to devoltanize? Where are they? Ask Aurelian to tell you more about Gorkas. Tell him you've seen other Zarubogan use them. Zarubogan use Gorkas to fulfill their sacred duty, but there aren't any here. Will you bring me a new Gorka? That way I can finally be a grown-up. Then I can fulfill my sacred duty. Find a Gorka for Arsenican's offspring, Orleron. Okay, I'll wait. I can study about how I can be a good grown-up until you come back. But where should I study? Can you tell me? Tell him to study with the humans at NLA. Tell Aurelian to study with the other Zarubogan and the man on ship. Okay, got it. I'll study how to be a grown-up with Zarubogan. Please find me a new Gorka. I'll learn how to do my sacred duty in the time it takes you to get it. Meanwhile, time to go chastise our syndicate. It's like, come on, dude, I'm...
Now then.
What, am I the other father to your child, I guess? Yes, you are, actually. Fuck! You, in fact, are the other father. Have you spoken with Orleron? Quite an impressive young Zarubogan, no? Praise the boy's dedication, say he seems unreliable. Excellent! I'm certain he'd be thrilled to know that someone of your stature acknowledges him. I'm also quite proud my devoltanizing led to coughing up so capable an individual. Orleron asked you to find him a Gorka. That's a difficult request. On our homeworld of Beidun, Golbaga left behind a vast number of Gorkas. Shortly after birth, we leave on a journey to find our own. We can't expect such bounty on Mira, for this place is far removed from Golbaga's legacy. We've all been struggling to get by with our current Gorkas and repairing them as needed. I fear we have no spares. Though that leaves us unable to properly devoltanize and ultimately condemns him to death. Quite the pickle. Lash out at him for over his lackadaisical attitude, weep for the fact that a newborn life may be snuffed out before it's begun. What the frick, dude? What a novel response. Seems your understanding of life is quite different than ours. Still, you have my sincere thanks for caring so deeply about one of my kind. But, actually, there might be one Gorka I know of, and if it's still there, Orleron may be able to claim it as his own. There was some time ago, mind you, but when we were wandering the land, one of our number fell from a cliff. He did not survive. His Gorka might have been destroyed in the fall, but the possibility exists that it is salvageable. From where he fell in Silvalum, it would have dropped into the Abyss Reservoir. Please find it if you can, brave blade. Help Orleron to know adulthood. Time to go cliff jumping. Cliff jumping, doo-doo-doo. Zarubogan corpse. Yeah, unfortunately there's a robot right next to it. And you gotta be careful because there's a tyrant looming about. I would strongly prefer not to trigger the darn thing. Superior decoy round!
Atomic hit!
Get some range shots in!
I like it. I like it a lot.
Alright, time to snag us a Gorka. You picked up a Gorka lying next to the corpse. Or Gorkwab. Talk to Orleron on the port side of the ship.
Hey.
Wait, Vera, I want to be your friend. Why do you insist on rejecting me? I told you before, I can't stand the idea of someone living their life as to a slave to a duty foisted on them. I can't laugh and smile and pretend it doesn't bother me you're wasting your life because it does. Please try to understand. But it's my nature and destiny as a Zarubogan. Yet I still find you very favorable, enough to make me want it to Voltanize. What do you mean by favorable? What the heck does to Voltanize mean? Look, you don't know anything about me and you, I'm sorry, but you're too clingy. It's annoying. Vera. Goodbye, Orleron. Don't come around here again. Time to hug the Zarubogan. Hug the Zarubogan. It's okay, Orleron. It's fine. I can be your friend. It's fine. Oh, it's you. Does this mean you found a Gorkwa for me? Yes, this is without question the legacy of Golbaga. Now I can dedicate my life to my sacred duties. I don't know how to properly express my thanks. Is something amiss? You look confused. Say Orleron's manner of speaking seems different. Ask about Vera. Ah, yes, while you were retrieving this Gorkwa, I matured to adulthood. You still seem perplexed. Let me help. Zarubogan childhood is extremely brief in duration. And thanks to your advice, I spent that time studying with other Zarubogan in order to become an upstanding member of my people. The woman you saw a moment ago, Vera, is someone I met on the ship as well. She intrigues me, but the closer I try to get, the more it seems to invite her ire. Ask her what exactly he tried when it comes to Vera. Ask to know more about what Vera's like. First, I tried to make a gift of some excellent Voltan. She seemed quite shocked. Every day since then, I've traveled down to NLA to profess my affections for her. All for naught, I'm afraid. She's passionately in love with something that she calls freedom. Fear this is a trait I lack. Still, how is it I'm able to feel so much for her, yet fail to communicate it properly? If only she were as simple as Voltan. Then I would know precisely how to treat her. Apologies, I don't mean to complain. But might I be able to hear your advice as a fellow human? I don't intend to change the way I live as a Zarubogan, nor do I wish to give up on her. Ask about Vera's interest, tell her to give her a nice present. She seems quite interested in Miran ecology. Apparently she came to the ship in search of a Vigent blood sample. She mentioned wanting to gather something called DNA from it. Do you think if I gave her the sample she desired, she might see my affections are sincere? I fear that brings me to yet another favor. Can I possibly convince you to collect some Vigent blood for me? I'll pay you as much as I'm able, both for this and the Gorkwa. I know it's an imposition, but I'd be most grateful for the help. We got a blood sample! Da-na-na-na! Oh, Vera, I never imagined that simply being unable to speak with someone could cause such pain. This is different from the hunger to devulcanize. It's more urgent, keener. My chest feels hot, almost burning, and my breath comes shallow. What is this state I'm in? Explain the mysteries of love to Orleron, tell him he may want to go see a doctor. Love, what is that? At times the words from your lips are utterly foreign to me. A special emotional bond two people share. Raising heartbeats. Surging loins. I should mention Zarubog don't share your human's division into male and female sexes. Do you suppose love is still possible? Though I'll admit that my symptoms align closely with those you described. So then, how did your surge go? Did you acquire the Vision blood? Ah, this is precisely what she wanted. Thank you. I'll take this straight to her. Before I go, could I pester you for one last bit of advice? How should I approach her with this? Tell her to be aggressive and not back down. Tell her to be considerate and gentlemanly. Understood. I'll be as soft as a downy feather blown on the light breeze. Now if you'll excuse me, once again, thank you for your help. Despite being raised like any other Zarubogan, Orleron was still able to form a strong friendship with Vera. And we have max affinity with Mia.
Well...
Hey. Hey. Hey.
Alright, then last thing we'll do this session is see all the heart-to-hearts with Mia since we got max affinity with her now.
Chief!
Chief, what are you doing here? Ask Mia who the man is beside her, ask her to join you for dinner. Isn't it obvious? He's a client. Anyway, could you maybe sort of leave us alone now? You're interrupting our delicate negotiations. Express concern about the nature of the client's mission, say you need Mia's help on a different mission so she'll quit pursuing this one, offer to work with Mia to complete the client's job. Admittedly, this is an unusual place and time to meet a client about a job, but I assure you there's nothing suspicious about the request itself. Nope, nuh-uh. And also remind you, I'm now a full-fledged blade who can easily handle whatever type of mission this cruel world seems fit to fling at her. Perhaps you're looking to get on the job and divvy up the reward money? I bet you are, you sly dog, you. The answer is a big no. I'm gonna make like a bass and handle the job solo. Get it? Solo, never mind. Anyway, please stop trying to get up my biz. You completed the client. Alright, then she's got Affinity 2 over here.
Let me
think here. Don't interrupt. Now, how exactly am I supposed to get in and out of Sakuraba Industries without being detected? Night security seems pretty airtight, so I need to go during the day. Maybe I can pretend to be part of the cleaning crew? I just need a mop. Chief, is that you? I was just thinking out loud. Yeah, it's a ticket. More meaningless blabber from good old Mia. Scold Mia, then stop her before she commits a crime. Pretend you didn't hear anything. I've had just enough of your scheming, Chief. You just want to get me out of the way so you can steal the mission for yourself. Normally I'm happy to share pretty much whatever, but I'm not going to let you get this one. I took the mission, and I'm going to be the one to finish it. So quit bugging me, you bugger. Ask me if there's anything you can do to help. Knock me out to stop her from committing a crime. Stop! You stop right there, buddy. I know that look in your eyes. You were going to murder me. For my dead body, will you murder me, Chief? I mean, you go to hell. You were just gonna knock me out. That's exactly as bad. All my hard work and planning and junk would have been for nothing. And then all this humanity would pay the price for your foolishness. Look, Chief, you gotta trust me on this one. I'm gonna go in, take what I need, and get right back out without committing even a single crime. Anyway, I need to work out the details of my totally awesome plan, so you have to excuse me. We'll talk once this is all over. You completed Suspicious Minds. Stop in the name of the sacred flame! You're lucky I can't spirit bomb people right now. Chief! Guess the cat's out of the bag, huh? Demand to know if Mia killed these people, make sure Mia's not hurt. Don't worry about me. I'm a full-fledged blade who is trained by the best. By which I mean you, Chief. I guess I can tell you what happened now. I've been in a deep cover operation, super cloak and dagger type stuff. And the client was Sakuraba Industries themselves. They wanted me to snare some group who was trying to steal info about the new weapon. If the info had leaked to a rival company or worse, one of our enemies, it would have been a really bad scene. We were having our first meeting about the job when you ran into me that night in the residential district. Then you saw me in the commercial district, that's when they were having me steal the intel. The intel was fake, of course, just some sham to give to the group that was trying to steal it for reals. And today was the day I sprung the trap and arrested the conspirators. So what do you think? Pretty neat, huh? Say your plan seems to have been executed flawlessly, joke that only Mia would come up with something this complicated, claim you had it figured out by the start. Thanks, Chief. I had a lot of support from Sakuraba Industries, but I'm still pretty pumped I was able to capture the criminals all by myself. This mission's been giving me a lot of confidence. I'm gonna keep taking harder and harder missions, and before you know it, you'll have a new rival in your hands. A rival so cool. HB's like, am I a joke to you? You completed a complicated plan. Great, now I have 2 rivals. Yippee! Alright, then our 4th one's over here. How's it going, Chief? This is your kitty cat, right? Aw, man, lucky I wish I had a pet. I never had one, not even when I was a kid. But I guess there's nothing stopping me now, huh? So what do you think I should get? Tell her a cat would suit her perfectly, say Mia should get a good and faithful dog, tell her that no pawn are all the rage now. What do you mean a cat would suit me? Is it because I like playing with yarn? Because I do, but really, who doesn't enjoy a nice ball of yarn? Or is it because of the name, you know? Mia, meow. All the mechanics used to think it was so funny. Well, to say meow when I got angry. Man, this was foreshadowing the Mia, wasn't it? Gosh darn it. And Nia. Yeah, no, I think a cat's too predictable, though I guess we have a lot in common. Still, I hear I can't get any pet without official permission first. You've done all sorts of great things, Chief, so you probably didn't even need to apply for permission. But old Mia's starting from square one. That means I have to complete 1,000 blade missions and own a house. And that just gets me an interview. Not to mention this little kitten's a state-of-the-art precision piece of machinery. These things cost more than a car, right? Probably can't even afford one. You know what? When I feel lonely, I'm just gonna come bug you at your floor of the barracks and ask to pet your cat. Be seeing you, Chief. I'll be more than you'd like. completed animal shelter. Alright, and then her fifth one, I'm assuming, doesn't become available until after you've completed her affinity mission. Doesn't show up on the map yet, but it's also post-chapter 12. I have so much money at this point, it's not even funny. Jeez.
Hey.
Alright, and then we'll continue that up next time with more side questing, and then eventually Chapter 12. Alright, so thanks for tuning into the stream. We were able to get some more progress done in the game, and then we'll continue that up next time. Might be later in the week, depending on if we finish Deltarune Chapter 2 or how quickly. And then besides that, for the schedule for the rest of the week, it'd be that, and then more Mario and Luigi Brothership tomorrow. That'll be about it, so let's go find a raid target. Go raid Claire. My gosh, Bagel. Alright, cool. So thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care.
Arcade one. I want the arcade